What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Well, guys, some more stuff has been coming out with this Diddy case. I'm a day removed from it after I first reported on it. So I'm trying to go back and see if it's some stuff I missed, some interesting stuff I've come across. First thing is this. Now we already talked about Diddy this morning when I dropped that first video, but his lawyer, the more his lawyer talks, the more it makes me feel like Diddy's guilty. Another thing is about this whole situation is Diddy's is making his statements, but for some reason he ain't around, and you're hearing that he said he's making these statements, but where's he at in the public eye? This guy's always been out there, making himself known. It seems like, but when the shadow is cast in a negative light, we just get statements. We never see his face or anything like that. Do I have anything against this man? No, because I don't know this man, but I got eyes like everybody else. And if somebody's innocent, and with the amount of money he has and legal representation, him coming out and saying he did nothing wrong will not hurt his court case. No, it won't hurt anybody's court case. He's just not coming out and saying nothing, which looks suspect to me. But anyway, take a look at this video and tell me if you noticed what I noticed when I saw it, and we'll come back and talk about it.
From out west, as we've been on the air, we're hearing for the first time from a rep for Diddy, Sean Combs. Remember, after the feds raided his houses in California and in Florida, we brought it to you as breaking news on this show 24 hours ago with those live aerials at the time. Well, now those reps for Combs say that this was, and I'm quoting here, a gross use of military level force, and that Diddy is innocent. Remember, just the last couple of minutes, too, we're learning that the feds apparently found guns at the homes of Combs, according to 3 sources familiar with the matter. Diddy is now at the center of this federal investigation, with multiple people being interviewed by federal officials in New York related to allegations of sex trafficking, assault, and more against the rapper, according to what sources tell NBC. And that says NBC is learning exclusively that the music producer accusing Diddy of sexual assault and harassment is also accusing actor Cuba Gooding Jr. This producer filed the original lawsuit last month, accusing Combs of forcing him to find sex workers and pressuring him into doing sexual things with them. Now, he's saying Gooding groped and fondled him while they were on Combs' yacht. No comment from Gooding's reps yet. Dana Griffin is joining us now, but tell us more about what Diddy's reps are saying about all of this here.
Yeah, Hallie, they just released a statement within the last hour. I'm going to read parts of it. They call this a gross overuse of military level force. They go on to say that there is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. It also mentions they call this an unprecedented ambush, and also note that this is a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs. And it wraps up saying that Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Hallie?
What about this lawsuit from the music producer now accusing not just Combs, but Cuba Gooding Jr. as well? Important to note that Gooding has not been charged with any crime. Talk us through some of that.
Yeah. So this producer, Rodney Jones, amended his lawsuit to now say that Cuba Gooding Jr., according to the suit, groped him while he was on a yacht in 2023 with Diddy in the Virgin Islands. And I want to read part of that as well. In the suit, he claims that Mr. Jones believes Mr. Combs was grooming him to pass him off to his friends. He also alleges that he rejected Mr. Gooding's advances and that Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. Now, this suit has not said a specific amount of damages, but this producer says that he worked on Diddy's latest album, which was released in 2023. It also was nominated for a Grammy. So we have reached out to both representatives for Diddy and Cuba Gooding Jr. on these latest allegations, and we have yet to hear back.
All right, guys, that's the news, and this thing looks bad all the way around. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. Me personally, there's no limit on how what somebody will say when they're either coerced to say it or they just don't like somebody. But I mean, as a man myself, I find validity in what the man is saying. I have no reason to say that he's lying. as of now. But then again, you don't know. But what the report says, it says that unauthorized touching by Diddy in the man's nether regions area where men don't usually touch, having him go out and go get girls and I guess recruit girls for these crazy parties. Then it goes to Cuba Gooding Jr. saying that Cuba Gooding Jr. was rubbing in his thighs, doing some freak stuff, touching the small of his back, rubbing his leg like a predator. I ain't feeling it. Not feeling it. And that's the thing. You know, men don't touch men like that. So why would he, where's that coming from? And the thing is funny, Cuba Gooding Jr., I don't mean to laugh. Cuba Gooding Jr. ain't got no mustache. I'm like, bro, you ain't got no mustache. I used to always be like, why you ain't got no mustache in your movies? Maybe that's the look he prefer, and maybe not. But me, that's not a good look. But anyway, listen. That's either here or there. I'm just laughing because I just thought about that. But what they're saying is serious, man. And if you're around Puffy and Puffy ain't hiding this type of behavior from you, because I'm gonna tell you something. When I was in prison, right? You know, when you go to prison a lot of times, now this is not all of the places around the United States, you be thinking like somebody gonna like come up to you and try to R-word you. I'm gonna use that today. R-word you and just do you like they do you in movies. Does that happen? I think it does. But when I was locked up in different places I was at, it seemed like that would only come to you if you gave off that type of energy. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, now this guy right here, I don't know what type of energy he gave off. But then again, when people are in power and they know you want something from them, they are aware of that. They'll push the envelope and they'll do different things because they know you're at their mercy and to see what your tolerance is to set you up. Cuba Gooding Jr. is a well-recognized star just like Diddy is. If Diddy is somewhere and you got somebody like Cuba Gooding Jr., not saying this happened, but it's just how human beings are. All of a sudden, you have an interest in a certain person and Diddy's doing it. All of a sudden, you might think you can do it because Diddy might be like, yo, you know, I'm feeling your boy. Okay, well, make your move. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to say that because you don't want to piss Diddy off. It might be one of them situations. In fact, I'm sure of it. It's been like that a lot of times with a lot of these celebrities coming up to these parties he be throwing or him going to these parties and bringing people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's known for certain things. Diddy's known for scrutiny and some freaky deek stuff. So when you at a party hosted by Diddy, I'm sure you know what entails with it and what you there looking for. So let's throw that out the window. But Cuba Gooding Jr. is just one name that's mentioned. Then he said, oh, representatives for him didn't say nothing. I think, and I'm being honest, Diddy probably calling a whole bunch of people. This is why he ain't, you know, people say, where was Diddy when this first happened? I guarantee you his phone was blowing up. And he was blowing up a lot of other people's phone. Hey, listen, did they call you? No, don't say nothing. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. No matter what, keep your mouth shut. That's why you starting to hear this. But I'm guarantee you a lot of people are doing this right now. They biting them nails to the bone. Because just your little interaction with this Diddy or just being at a party makes you suspect of falling under scrutiny. And this is one of them things, man, where I always tell you, you know, be careful of the limelight. Be careful of being around people in the limelight or wanting to be, you know, around a celebrity. Besides taking a picture with them somewhere outside, you don't want to be in no party hosted by somebody. And that's one of the traps a lot of people fall into. Everybody want to be connected to somebody that they think is famous, whether it's on TV, music, or the internet. We all have to be attached to something to make ourselves bigger than we are. It's not always like that because now you're starting to see it could have long-lasting effects to where the public, you know, you can fall under the same scrutiny and people will look at you suspect like they looking at them. This is wild. I'm in the car, the sun's out. I'm starting to burn up in here. But listen, If they said it was Omar Gooden Jr. with the way he acts in his characters and stuff like that, I wouldn't believe it. But Cuba Gooden Jr., man, I don't know, man. And I mean, he might be a good dude, and I'm just clowning with it. But it's sad to have your name wrapped up in this type of stuff. And you're an actor, a credited actor at that. Man, I would be upset if like my name was caught up in something. I would be the first one to come forward like, hey, yo, I know. But see, then again, you know, if you make yourself public, see, this is another side of the razor blade. You make yourself public, then all of a sudden the feds might want to come to you and ask you questions. And you don't want to get caught up in that. Because now if you do perjury, because you don't want to tell, like, hey, man, look, I seen some freaky stuff, but I'm not getting in it. You know they're going to blast you in the media, man. It's like you can't win. Man, I'm glad I'm not famous, man. Damn. Man, I'm going to tell you something. And in closing, I'm going to say this, man. This is the reason why it seems like when you get to a certain plateau, money-wise, you don't know what to do with yourself. And these people are just doing some of the stupidest stuff. Do you ever notice that when you get to a certain plateau and you're living a certain life, whether it's like in music or something where you're like a party type person, there's always some type of allegation involving sex, whether it's with a man, a woman, or some type of crime where you did something out of your mind. Alcohol, drugs, money, and music is always a bad combination. And it shouldn't even be like that. But in our culture, that's it. And the thing that's funny is, this is not a war on color. It's a war on the culture. And you better pay attention. It's a war on the culture. Because a lot of these people that are affluential, whether they directly into it, you know, or not, they will come at them to prove a point. No matter how much money you got or how big you are, you're never bigger than the U.S. government. And you do what they allow you to do. This is a perfect example. Like I said, stay tuned. We'll see how many more names pop up in this nasty stew of sickness. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Take care.